Good afternoon, this is Shaman Oracle reading, and I'm reading today for the sign of Aquarius. So, Aquarius, let's start. The first card that came up is this one called Return. The Return card says this life here on earth is not forever. Use your time to train your spiritual abilities for a life after this life here on earth. We are dual beings, both earthly and also spiritual. The card shows some shadowy figures and how they disappear into the twilight of the evening. They seem to walk towards that heavenly spiral, and this is for us a foretelling that eventually the time comes when we all leave this physical body to become that spiritual being. Then we become one with that heavenly spiral and we ascend to heaven. The heavenly spiral is this one here, okay? The return of the spirits is connected to things like death and a new life after this life. In shamanism, a figure without arms, a presentation of people without arms, like on this card here, signifies that the physical realities have been left behind and the spiritual world has started. The message of the card is remember a loved one or loved ones who are already in the other world. What have you learned from people who no longer are on Earth, Aquarius? What kind of advice would they give you? Would they give you some encouragement? Ask yourself these questions and trust your intuition. The whole life can be seen as the return of the lost son. This lost son returns to a loving father or any other person of a loving relationship. To return means to know the direction and to hear the call of Wankatanka, the Great Spirit. The card says to you, become receptive. Okay? Next card is this one. The snake spirits or the snake spirit. There is a connection between heaven and earth, between light and darkness, and between conscious and unconscious, says the snake spirit, and it wants you to differentiate. The picture on this card shows two ghosts who travel between two worlds, this world and the underworld. The snake spirit possesses a strong medicine, that snake poison, which helps as a mind-expanding drug to visit that secret underworld before one even has left this world. But, says the card, a true shaman can gain deeper insights in a spiritual matter without the use of drugs. This drug, that poison of a snake, is part of the nature of the snake spirit and therefore helps to gain a higher understanding of life. A shaman always teaches to live healthy, to eat right, to achieve harmony within oneself and make free the path to spirituality. Don't cloud your mind with drugs is the wisdom here. There is no entry into spirituality using shortcuts. You need stillness of mind, you need contemplation on things, and you need meditation. A meditation during sundown or sunset is helping you, Aquarius, to get ready to finish up a day or to start a new day with the right mindset. This card has also the message to clear up any dreams from too much illusions, because your higher self needs to connect with other worlds on a personal level in a true reality. With regards to relationships, this card says duality is a part of every person. We are dual beings who must constantly bring two aspects within ourselves into harmony. We are on one side that being who wants things that only earthly life can give us, like possessions, physical needs, honor, and admiration. And on the other side, we are spiritual beings striving for a higher reality. But in order to be a complete human being, we need both sides and should embrace duality. There is a medicine factor involved in this card. Don't give into wrong temptations and seductions, warns the shaman. Stay strong and don't use drugs to experience spirituality. Trust the true spiritual ghosts of the universe. This spiritual ghost is already a part of you. Bring it alive by becoming that true spiritual being that you were meant to be. It's nice, I think, a little bit heavy, but all in all, also important. And I want to say something because in all my readings, the cards are already laid out. I don't shuffle them in front of you. And I like to explain to you why I do it. First of all, some of the cards, they are in a German language and I have to translate them into English, and it takes some time. It takes a lot of preparation, writing down everything, translating it. That's one part, and the other part is I am not yet that good to do it spontaneously, the readings. That's also part of why I lay out the cards so I have time to examine them, understand what it means, write it down, and then I read it from the writings. Okay? That's the explanation. But I like you all to know that for every sign that I'm reading, these cards truly came out. I didn't manipulate anything. Okay? So that said, let's continue now with this card. It's in English called Dragonfly. The Dragonfly is also a soul card, and the Dragonfly and the Hummingbird are both important in shamanism. Both have a magical shimmer in the light of their wings, and both are known for their enormous mobility, for their flying skills, an acrobatic flying skill, and a love of freedom. The dragonfly is always found near a water. Mythologically speaking, that makes the dragonfly a symbol of happiness. Water means life-sustaining energy, and without water, there is no life. The dragonfly is an important companion, so believed the old Germans, and the dragonfly would support Frigg, the old Sky Queen. The Sky Queen was helped out with regards to a contact to our ancestors in the other world, and thus helping us out to receive messages from our ancestors. Celtic people had an own idea about dragonflies. They believed that the dragonflies are small little dragons which were used by fairies and elves as a flying object to get from here to there. Could be that our modern time airplanes were helped out by Celtics, the old Celtic belief of a flying object. Just a thought. In Asia, the dragonfly is seen as courage, vitality, prosperity, and luck. Give a gift to someone, says this card. A gift can be your time, or your attention, or your love. Become that lucky charm for a special person. So take a day out, Aquarius, and spend it at a sea or some other body of water and watch insects flying around. Maybe you spot a dragonfly. Then remember the thought you had when you encountered the dragonfly. That message is especially for you. The thought that you had is a message and might be fulfilled. With regards to relationship, the card says happy is the one who does not hold on to happiness too tightly, but let happiness come and go on own terms. Give your relationship a chance, says the dragonfly. Things were good and they need another chance. Don't throw a relationship away when you encounter some difficulties, because things can be restored if one is willing. There is a medicine part to the card, and it says the magic of love is to accept what life is bringing. There are many hidden jewels, and the open mind can help you to recognize beauty and to appreciate it. When was the last time, Aquarius, you opened up to truly see beauty? Ask yourself that question. Okay? Now we come to this one here called Salamander. And the card says, just like water, which changes its shape by being wild as an ocean or still like a lake, the salamander gives you special powers to transform yourself. The card of the salamander means in shamanism transformation. And in the Middle Ages, the alchemists saw the salamander as transmutations from the lowest to the highest. So, says this card, activate your special powers within yourself and transform. A salamander is part of the family of amphibians, a cold-blooded vertebrate, to which also frogs and toads belong to. Salamanders, like frogs and toads, lay their eggs in water, and this fact made them soulmates of the underworld in German and in Celtic mythology. Salamanders have a strong connection with and to the underworld. Salamanders go in caves and burrows to escape dangers. The message of the card is, ask yourself today what weaknesses you can transform into strengths, Aquarius. Okay? What can you let go of to make room for new things? Don't give up, says the salamander card. Use the time of difficulties to grow into a stronger you. With regards to relationships, the card says salamanders connect the elements of earth and water, And the fire salamander is even a so-called power animal in shamanism. With regards to a relationship, the card says pay attention to your body, mind, and soul. Make sure that there is harmony within yourself. There is a medicine part to the card. It says wear a jewelry of a salamander once a week, or place a picture of a salamander in your house or your place of business. This will help to clean up energies. So that was that card. Now we come to this card here. This card is number 12. It's called Scorpion. The scorpion relates to retribution. The card says, watch out, and the scorpion is the big surpriser. The number 12 symbolizes the cosmic winds and the laws of heavenly symmetry. 12 is the number of lost wisdom, of mystical emanation, and the 12 fluctuations that break through patterns within vibrations. In the Western world, 12 signifies the solar dozen of the calendar, the 12 months. In ancient societies, only a few children mastered the demanding education of temple schools. Such temple schools were the only way out from poverty, and at the same time to become a student in such a temple led the kid out of a lifelong poverty. These children who mastered a temple school education, they had to suffer at times greatly. Such suffering even led to their death in most severe cases. Such children wanted to become spiritual masters, and to accomplish this dream, they slept on hard mats, which were spread out on cold stone floors. They fed themselves on oats and water, and often went to bed hungry. They were sent out by the temple schools to collect poisonous scorpions. Now the scorpion comes in here in the whole reading. And because they had to collect the poisonous scorpions, the kids were often stung by such a scorpion and very seldom survived the whole ordeal. But even if they survived it, the kid was sent away from the temple afterwards, because to have been stung was seen as a weakness, and so the kid was not suited to become a spiritual leader. The ones who survived all lessons and actually became priests, well, they were changed in every way possible. They were no longer anything resembling their old person before that. They had learned all necessary lessons to become that spiritual master by being initiated into priesthood. Such temple priests, they wore body paint in which were used burned scorpions. The burned scorpions were contained as a reminder of their great skills to have survived the catching of a deadly scorpion, so that that scorpion was mixed together with the paint as a reminder of such success, to have survived it. Such black paint, which had the dead scorpions in it, was seen as a psychotropic substance that opened the doors to a secret world that only the masters of ceremonies and healers had access to. The scorpion warns us not to get entangled into our passions. Beware of vices, all vices like greed, egoism, excessive desire, and addictions of any kind. The sting of the Scorpio teaches us an abrupt lesson. If we should survive, we surely never ever forget the pain we had to endure. Our ego was hurt, but the poison also created something new. He, the Scorpio, dances a dance without return, and he teaches you to do likewise. Scorpions die before they give up, and you are expected to do the same. When you get this card, you are advised to keep your word and not to lie. Before signing a contract, read it carefully. The card can also be a warning about your health. The Scorpio card says, while you are not responsible for the melody of your life, you are certainly responsible for the choreography of your life. So, be aware while you dance through life. Aquarius. Next card is this card, and this card is called Mother of Corn. It's a moon card, and the Mother of Corn relates to blessing and nourishment. The Mother of Corn says, I am the one coming out of fertile soil. I must live to give you all the food for survival, and the Mother Corn is a complete expression of love and wisdom. She lovingly donates all goodies and so blesses those who receive. We too are asked to give our blessings to others, because only then will we be blessed in return. Allow the Mother of Corn to speak through you. Whatever happens to you in life, Mother of Corn is there to protect you. When you encounter hard times, Aquarius, you can rely on her. You can ask her to give you strength and bring back harmony in times of disharmony. Do people criticize you sometimes, Aquarius? Don't mind criticism, says the card. Be thankful to get a chance to learn to be better in the future and to improve in all your dealings. Mother of Corn helps you to see the good in all situations. She's always concerned with your well-being. When you get this card, be thankful for the things you have. Often, this card wants to let you know that soon you will experience happiness. In case of business, the signs are good for profit. Be like the yellow butterfly that flies over the corn, and so be optimistic. Be cooperative. That which you look for will soon arrive, says this card. Now we come to this one, the so-called energy card, called Second Chakra, Archangel Ariel. And the Archangel Ariel stands for intimacy and creativity. The Archangel Ariel vibrates with a bright orange energetic creativity and an increased comfort with intimacy. When this card appears in your spread, it's telling you to get creative. Reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects. This is also a time for you to gain more closeness with others due to more emotional intimacy. So, Aquarius, nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of those around you. The affirmation for the card is my second chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I am creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle waves of intimacy coming my way. Again, my second chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I am creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle waves of intimacy coming my way. Last time, my second chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I'm creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle waves of intimacy coming my way. Now we come to the ancestor card. This ancestor card for you, Aquarius, is called the Guardian. And the Guardian is also the message to ignite your passions. And the card says, connect your desires because it can lead to something beautiful. Fire sometimes can be dangerous and burning desires need to be controlled. But burning desires, once guided in the right direction, can be powerful and beautiful. So this card relates to our desires, also sexual desires. Any old setbacks can be burned away to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open. When this card comes up, it can indicate a great spiritual and sexual connection in your relationship. Now we come to this one here. And this one is called the Andean Cross from the Andes. The Andean Cross. This card represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the four cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach these worlds. The hole in the center is a gateway you need to go through to experience a higher state of awareness, to gain wisdom, to break free of the linear time. When this card comes in your spread, Aquarius, it announces the start to a great journey. So allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all. The card also wants you to know that for the moment, a window of opportunity has closed. It is best to wait until conditions allow you to move. Right now, any bold action would require a tremendous effort on your part. Knowing when to act and when to wait for more favorable time is very important. So, Aquarius, don't rush into anything right now. Okay? Now we come to your so-called archetype card. And the card that came up for you is called the Mask. And the mask relates to persona, performance, and the reveal. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity. Yet, contemplate the possibility that the mask permits your true identity to be revealed, says the card, Aquarius. The mask now allows something that previously was rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, which before was never given a chance to play a role on the stage of your life. You are in the realm of theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other's voice, embody the other's persona. Theater is taking a part in expanding yourself. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may try a new mask as well, making it difficult to say who is who. Ask if you have become too attached to a single mask. As the Zen koan suggests, meditate on your original face, the one you had before your mother and father were born. Think of a mask or costume you wore that felt empowering, marvelous, or fun. Who was that person that made you feel so good? What clothing did you wear, or what words did you speak to make you feel good? Is that person still within you? Ask these questions, okay? When the card's meaning is light, it relates to revealing what has been suppressed. When the card's meaning is dark, it relates to further concealing what is rejected. And to go deeper, consider the masks of Shaman, Joan Jones, and Jimmy Durham. Now we come to the animal spirit cards for you. And the animal spirit card for you came out the starfish. The starfish relates to the beautiful, the alluring, the superficial, and also shallow. The starfish has a mesmerizing beauty, and to be around a starfish personality is very thrilling. Now you are put under the spell of this beautiful and exquisite beauty. But the starfish itself has put an awful emphasis on its own beauty. Too much importance is put on how other people think of them. A star gets some self-inflated attitude, forgetting the deeper callings. So ask yourself, Aquarius, am I being swayed by outward appearances? And ask further, what dreams have I put aside to please others? Looks are not everything, so become a bit more mindful and concentrate on your inner beauty and your inner worth. When the card's meaning is in balance, it stands for uplifting and artistic and expressive powers. When the card's meaning is out of balance, it means feeling empty and listening to gossip. To restore balance, the card says be positive and have the right kind of friends, those who value you for your inner riches. So that's a warning here, not to put too much emphasis on the outside appearance, Aquarius. Okay, now we come to the power plant called myrrh. And the myrrh here the myrrh says, why am I here? Who or what am I? These questions we occasionally ask ourselves. Sometimes when we ask these questions, we feel lonely, lost, and left behind. Whatever it is you are feeling at the moment, Aquarius, that something wants you to be caring and loving, like a mother that holds her child and gives it everything that it needs. The myrrh gives you stability and lets you feel welcomed. All answers that you seek can be found in your loving attitude. Be still, loving and forgiving, and trust life's good energies. The card or the myrrh, the plant says, my heart beats in the rhythm of the earth, which fills every step with love. And the effect of this plant spirit soul card is the myrrh helps you to free yourself from negative feelings and memories. It also wants you to forgive, to help everyone who is involved in bad feelings, spiritual awareness, and true love are the needed paths to acclaim wisdom. The tip of the card is surround yourself with the scent of myrrh when you want to enhance your prayers, visualizations, and meditation practices. Take one drop and rub it on your root chakra. You will feel the support of Mother Earth. Also, use one drop on your heart area as a protection and to feel the power of love. Last card for Aquarius is this one here. It's the divine card, and it's the Queen Esther. Sorry, the cat disturbs me again and I lose it. Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Again, my ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Last time, my ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. So, that was the reading for Aquarius. I hope you liked it, and have a nice afternoon until the next time when I read for you again. Okay? Goodbye.